Hey folks, Mike Barter, everybody's favorite mountain guide, back again with another tips and tricks of the trade. So if you've ever been in the big hills, and you'll find that, like if you get in a storm and you got high winds and there's a lot of snow crystals and ice crystals blowing around, your glasses just aren't going to cut it, even if you got the side shields. And it can be a pretty miserable place pretty quickly if you, because it just, you're constantly, it seems like your whole attention, all your effort is put into trying to get away from that environment, and it may be hours before it's inescapable if you're coming down from a summit, or it may cost you a summit, and I know it has me. Anyhow, here's a little trick. Goggles, they're a pain in the ass to carry, but boy, they sure do separate the real world, and you can go from a really miserable place to a place you can manage quite nicely. And they also offer some extra UV protection if you get in a situation where you have really bright light, with the sun bouncing off, going up and down in the clouds, or whatever the situation may be. But carrying goggles can be a real pain in the ass because the hard cases for them are huge and they're heavy generally. They haven't really thought out, making carbon fiber goggle cases. So, I do like to carry them, but the problem is they always get damaged if you don't have a goggle case for them. So I've combined a couple of things here. I think I invented this, actually. I don't remember ever seeing anybody else do this. The other thing that's good to have in the mountains with you all the time, of course, is a SAM splint as part of your first aid kit. As a guide, you sort of have to carry them because it'd be pretty hard to explain to the judge what you were doing without a SAM splint, and somebody lost their foot or their leg or use of one of their limbs because you didn't splint it correctly. So I always had to carry a SAM splint. So I thought one day, I said to myself, why don't we take the goggles and the SAM splint, shape the SAM splint in the shape of the goggles, and then take one of my extra ski straps. You can get a Velcro version of this or a CMH. This is like a $1, any ski shop will sell it to you. And this also makes a great tourniquet as part of your, to stop a temporary bleed from a major injury if somebody got crushed by a rock or something. And then just snug it up. There you go. Now you have your goggle protector. It'll take quite a beating in that if you shape it correctly. And you can throw it into the top of your pack and not worry about your goggles getting scratched or crushed. I mean, you still have to pay attention that they're in there, but there you go. You have your goggles with you, and now you're weatherproof. And that's about all I have for you on this little tip. Thanks.